What's going on, everybody? This is Shamarcus, and this is Shamarcus Talks. And on this episode, as y'all know, I am going in on entrepreneurs. I'm bringing you people who's actually out here doing this thing in and out, day by day, and going to show you exactly how he or she got started. They're also going to tell you some stuff that you can avoid doing so you won't be in the same position. And on today's video, man, I have my big homie, my friend, man, Mr. Kwame. What's going on, Kwame?
What's up, Shamarcus? What's up with you, brother?
How's
Thank you for
everything
having me.
going, man? Let me first say thank you for coming on today, man. I know that you're a very, very, very busy person. It's just like I am. But from our day one, like I remember it was me and I ran into you at the spot. You know which spot I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It was at the precinct spot. And bro, from
That the small business
yes, yes.
administration meetup. Yep.
Yeah, and it was like me and you, like we got cool right then, and then some other stuff transpired. Then we find out this was this, and it was. I feel like it was like all in the making. You know what I mean,
Yeah,
bro? And
definitely.
that, and ever since then, I'm like, man, you know what? Whenever I start talking about the stuff that I want to talk about, he is one of the first persons I gotta have on because, like, your drive, your effort, your everything, bro, is like. Man, I be listening. I be on the sideline like, bro, that's okay, bet. That's what I'm gonna do next. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Hey,
So
well, man, I appreciate that, brother. Did I cut you off?
no, 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 no,
Okay.
bro. It's again, this is all about you. The people are going to want to know about you. They already know about me. So, like I said, I'm bringing some people that are doing the thing right now. So, Kwame, if I can, let's start this thing off right, man. How did you get where you at right now?
Man, resiliency. That comes the first thing to mind, bro. Resiliency, uh, tenacity, uh, adversity, facing adversity. I fell in love with processes a long time ago where I just realized that everything has its process from inception to you mastering it, whatever it is. And I don't have it quit in me. You know what I'm saying? I learned how to pivot when challenges arise that maybe create some type of uncertainty in me that I wasn't prepared for. I still embrace it. And so those are all ingredients of the process. Adversity became my friend. I say adversity is like, for me, adversity is like the Shaq and Kobe relationship. And you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
we know they had their issues, but we also know that they brought the best out of each other. You know what I mean? Maybe it was Shaq's unwillingness to train as hard as Kobe, and then maybe it was Kobe's unwillingness to be as flexible as Shaq. But at the end of the day, that adversity molded them to being two of the best ever to did it. So that's how I look at everything that challenges me in life. It's like that's just an adverse moment. And if I embrace the moment and know that this is not the end all be all, it's just a part of the process, then now I know what to expect. And we just gonna keep moving. And so that's what's allotted me the opportunity to kind of just hang in there, bro. I heard Nipsey say that one time. He said the only difference between me and any other artist is that I didn't give up.
Bro, that's crazy because like that's one of the videos that I listen to whenever I feel like, bro, this is hard, this is tough, man. I always go to that video. And because it was like he said the only different, like what you said, the only difference between me and anybody else is I didn't give up. Like I went through all the same stuff that you're going through. I went through all of the emotions, all of the down, all of the head getting in your head, thinking you ain't, and it was just like, bruh, if he had to go through all that, you know what I mean? Like, what's the difference between me going through all of that?
Yeah, yeah. And everybody that has a success story, they'll tell you that like it was a journey to get here. You know what I'm saying? And it sounds kind of cliche when we say, "Oh, nothing happens overnight," and it's just a solid fact. You know what I'm saying? I was just talking to a teammate of ours, Evan, which is Coach's son. You know him, and we were just talking about life experiences on what molds you into being, you know, who you are and what you can now provide. And it's just that it's just the experience of life. And we just happen to been paying attention to our lives. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. He's gonna be on here also. I'm gonna invite him on there because he has a lot. Like he's doing a whole bunch, bro. But like, so I have another question for you. So people don't know, what do you do, man? They want to know. Okay, so what does Kwame do? Kwame said all this good stuff. What is he actually doing? What does he do? What would you say to that?
So I'm a advocate for small business development, entrepreneurship, anything that aligns with uh, being a doer. That's the best way I could explain it. Coming out of college, I realized that nobody was really going to give me the shot to get going in the industry that I studied for, which was graphic design. And so graphic design has always been my segue into business. I'm naturally an artist. I design uh, branding and logos and page layout for a lot of people around town. I had always freelanced that. And I also, over time, got into wanting to know more about how money works. So eventually, you know, my graphic design took me to wanting to find something that I can market and build out like a e-commerce or something. So I dabbled with that in the beginning, and I still wasn't finding what my thing was. You know what I'm saying? And then so segueing from being a graphic designer, freelancing my services, and realizing there's still stuff I don't know about money when I was deciding to kind of go full time in the business, I realized, okay, let me go take some courses on how money works if I'm trying to be a business owner, right? And so with that, I acquired a life and health insurance license that began to teach me how to build in the community, how to communicate with people, how to listen to people, you know. And then I was still at a point where I felt like, man, I got all this stuff I can do or I have access to. Um, as a graphic designer, I'm a print broker, so I do print. I get people's marketing print, promotional flyers, and all of that stuff. But I'm like, I still haven't figured out what I actually do for a career, you know. And just moving back real quick, I went through the military at age 18. Um, uh, and coming out, I didn't have a career. And it felt like everybody around me had a career, but I kind of knew what I was going after, which was always business. You know what I'm saying? So my business today is a resource center for small business development. Um, and we've incorporated government contracting as a main staple of our customer base and a way to really create a foundation that others can eat off of as well. And so, in a nutshell, I'm a consultant for small business. I advise owners and those thinking about embarking on entrepreneurship, and even those who are in um, entrepreneurs positions with corporations to kind of run departments specifically in the supply chain and kind of like the human resources part of it. And so that's what I do. I'm an advocate, I'm an advisor, I'm a consultant, I'm your friend.
He said, "I'm your friend. I'm your
I'm your
friend. Just know
friend.
I'm your friend."
I'm the one that really wants you to win.
Bro, you are doing a lot, bro. And like I said, I know this because again, I know you and I know I can always reach out and call and talk to you about this. But bro, like I commend you on all the things you're doing, especially for small business. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people look over the small businesses, whether you're minority owned, women owned, whatever the whole case may be. People just, they don't understand the struggles of small businesses, right? So whenever, like I always tell people, whenever I go to small business, I want to pay you all whatever it is that you want, right? Because I know from what I'm doing now, bro, you do a like on as a small business, you do a lot. And then when people come and be like, "Oh man, can I get a discount?" I'm like, "No, bro. What do you mean? Why?"
I mean, it's funny you mentioned that because literally that was my decision maker right there on going the government contracting route. Doing or and not just government contracting because uh it's really more so business to business. You know, I don't mind working and I love working with people who actually want to get the work done. My pet peeve was running into folks who want everything done, but don't want to put no skin in the game. And it's like that ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? And so that's very it's very one-stop shop transactions, which means it's like once this transaction done, then we done. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I can't sustain and scale that. You know what I mean? I need to find a customer who has access to everyone I want to work with, but I'm primarily working with the top dog of that program or, you know, department, agency, or what have we. So um, I hope I answered your question. I kind of.
Absolutely, bro. Like again, I know, bro. I know all the stuff you got going on because every time me and you talk, bro, I'm like, oh man, I feel like I'm behind. I feel like I'm like, bro, I gotta go catch up. Like just for this podcast, bro. I was like, oh my god, I gotta do something. I have to do more. Like whenever I talk to you, whenever I talk to Coach, whenever I talk to all of these people, Christy, you know what I'm saying? All these people, bro, I always feel like, bro, I gotta keep going, bro. I gotta get going because like y'all are the ones that are pushing me. You know what I mean? And I'm always like, I bet I gotta go do some more stuff. I gotta go find this other thing. I gotta, you know what I mean? And I do appreciate you for that. But the next question I have is what are some of the challenges that you faced when you first got started doing all of this? And what made you not want to throw in the towel, bro? Because we talked right before I started filming, and like, bro, I've had times that I'm like, bro, I don't even why I'm finna throw in the towel, and then I'll see something, or like I said, I'll listen to the Nipsey Hustle of interview, or it's something that I happen. But bro, I know for me, not even talking about nobody else, I know for me, bro, it's been times that I've had so many challenges and just like wanting to throw in the towel. What was that? What were some challenges that you faced, and what made you not want to throw in the towel, bro?
Man, the challenges still happen to this day. But overall, the challenges is just uncertainty because you embarking on something that number one, and ain't for most of us, it's never been done around us. So you already kind of working from a behind the curve type of position where you see people doing this stuff and you hear about it and all of that, but your challenge is, and my challenge is, okay, but where do I start? And so that was the first challenge on finding out where do I start. Then you find out that the start, boy, the start,
The start
just
and what you
getting
think
to
it
the
is.
start. It's like we got a race today, but y'all gonna start a mile from back there and walk up here to the starting line, and then we gonna start the race. That's how it's felt along the way with just navigating and figuring out each step of the process. You know what I'm saying? And then you got life challenges where everything don't go the way you plan. I put this date on there, but we didn't reach that date. Or, you know, I was supposed to talk to 20 new people this week. I only talked to two. You know what I'm saying? Um, but like I talked about earlier, is that adversity is just a part of the game. It's just a part of the game. And once you start recognizing that, yo, all right, I like using sports analogies because I'm like, if I'm lined up playing football, what's on the other side? Adversity. We trying to get to the touchdown. We trying to get to the end zone. But what's between us and the end zone is adversity. All these big old brothers trying to knock us out. You know what I'm saying? So this is what some of the fees are. This is what some of the training courses are. This is what uh my car broke down, or in the beginning, I don't like my vehicle. I don't want to pull up nowhere in this thing. You know what I'm saying? This is literally just to get me to the grocery store and back home. I am not trying to pull up to no client's house or wherever we meet at in this. You know, so that's just life stuff. You know what I'm saying? And again, it's going to happen. You just they're going to tackle you. He's going to block your shot. They're going to steal the ball from you. That's what the goal of the adversary is in this. But as this game being played, iron is sharpening iron. Everybody's getting better. Everybody's actually improving through the challenge. You know what I'm saying? So again, for me, I just fell in love with the process. So that's how I got through my challenges, just realizing, okay, I have to be fair to the process. If I'm not fair to this, then it's gonna take me out.
I've never I don't think I've ever looked at it that way, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. You just gave me, like, real talk, you just gave me a different way of looking at diversity. Because to think about football, bro, like I was like, where is he going with this? But then, bro, you brought it together and was like, it's supposed to happen, bro. Like like,
It's a
okay,
part of the game.
it's a part of the game. Like, and when you said basketball, bro, like that I ain't gonna lie to you, that's when the light went off. It was like, you right. Like when I first started basketball, I wasn't good at all, and no stretch of the imagination was I good. I sucked, bro. Like, and the thing is, I be telling people, because you know, I talk to people, and it's easier for me to talk to you than for me to do it sometimes, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean? Like, I can tell people, hey, bro, it's nobody scored the first touchdown on their first play, first time ever playing football. Nobody did a 360 dunk on their first time playing basketball. You know what I mean? Like, you have to eventually get there. And I mean, it's always easier for, I'll just say me, because you know me, I'll be saying, this is for me. You know what I mean? But it's always easier for somebody to be like, well, yeah, this is that. You know what I mean? Without even seeing the process that you've went through, that I've went through, that everybody's went through in order just to get me right here. And the thing is, even with that, bro, you're not even where you can tip it. Like, you're not even at the top of the iceberg.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
No,
and it's crazy, bro.
it's like I see the mountaintop and I know it's there. I know it's accessible, but guess what? We still gotta walk up the side of this mountain. We still gotta carry the machete to chop down some vines, and we might have to clear a path. You know what I'm saying? And so that's the other part. When I was saying, you know, I was at a point where I didn't actually have something I can say, yeah, this is my thing. It was always like, well, I can do this and I can do that, you know, but I had to literally carve out a path for myself. You know what I'm saying? And so I use sports analogies because Uh, at one point in time, like a lot of us, I had aspirations for that, you know. But I remember very well one day we were running suicide drills because I hooped too. And bruh, I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna do this for a living. You know, I love hooping and all that, but I just said, you know what, bro? I'm not willing to do this for a living. Not like this. You know what I'm saying? But that was kind of like where my mind started to turn. Okay, but what are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? And so I would just ponder around with it in my mind, like, you know, I like encouraging people, I like helping and assisting, but I can see myself being a coach, but I don't want to necessarily be a sports coach. And I can do that too, because I can motivate you. I can, you know, I love bringing the best out of people if you allow it. So, like, but nah, that's not it either. So I'm like, business coaching. That's what it is. That's what it is, you know. And you know, hey bro, we come from, you know, I was sharing with Evan, I come from a place, Battle Creek, Michigan, love this city, but I don't love everything about it because unfortunately, opportunities when I was growing up wasn't really present. And so you fall into the streets, you fall into, you know, trying to make fast money and all of that, or your circle of influences. This is what everybody does. You know what I'm saying? And so I knew that like I got too much in me to just settle for that. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, that was deep because you said a couple things, man. I'll touch on some of those things that I got from your whole talking about it, bro. It's like you cannot enjoy the top of the mountain unless you've been at the bottom of the peak. It won't feel the same, bro. And I've told somebody this, and bro, when I say they looked at me like I was crazy, like why not? I'm like, bro, it's not gonna feel the same.
Yeah.
Like you have to go from the bottom to the top. Like if you just end up at the top, bro, it's not gonna feel the same. Like when you win and you ain't do nothing, like I
Mhm.
don't know about you, I don't feel the same. If I
Oh
ain't
yeah.
never did nothing,
For a long time, and still to this day, I don't play the lotto for that reason.
wow,
Um, every now and then when that bad boy get up to a billy, I'm gonna buy me a ticket or two. But that's only because of my process to get into financial literacy. If I didn't know what to do with that money, if I was to win that money, that's what always scared me because I knew that more money, more problems. Unfortunately, we see somebody who coined the phrase going through it. You know what I'm saying? But the reality of it is when you don't have an assignment for the money that you now just found yourself coming into, bruh, it's a drug. It's worse. It's you'll find yourself probably in a worse position than you was before you won the money. You know what I'm saying? Because you never had an idea of what you was gonna do with it. You never had a plan. You know what I'm saying? And now you all of a sudden you rich. You know what I'm saying? And
right?
like you said, to your point is like I don't want it that way. I really enjoy the process. That's where all the fun is at. That's where all the discovery is at. You know what I'm saying? You know that feeling when you finally figure something out and it stick, you like, ooh, ooh, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Yeah. So
bro.
that's where I'm at with it, brother. Again, I love the process. I want to walk up the hill. You know what I'm saying?
He said, "I want to walk up the hill." But all
Yeah.
right, so what's some advice that you can give people that's getting started out? Because I know that. You've went through a lot. I know that because again, me and you've talked. You know what I mean? So I
Mm-hmm.
know a whole bunch about you, but I want people to like give them something that some advice that you'll, you know what I'm saying? It'll help them get at least a little farther away from what they're doing now.
Well, as our coach shared, and I came into the game understanding this, you got to fix this, man. You
Hold
got
on.
to fix
You going too deep. You going too deep already.
Yeah, bro. You know what it is, man. You gotta fix your mind, bro. You gotta fix what's going on in there because unfortunately, people can pour into you all day, every day. But if you never accept it and you never receive that, okay, I got something in me and now I gotta develop it out of me, then it's like winning a lotto and not knowing what to do with it. It's going to hurt you. You know what I'm saying? So my advice to anybody, whether it's career, business, family pursuit, you have to really tap in and focus on you. We in my household, we talk about um re-engineering our mindsets on the things that we was taught from the past. You know what I'm saying? Where selfishness was always a negative connection, right? Oh, you being selfish. That's selfish. And it's like, yes, you can be selfish in ways where you're not thinking about others, but you can also be self-focused, which may feel like selfishness to some who don't understand the process that you putting yourself through to be able to be more for them. And number one, for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's number one because think about it. It's like if I'm not treating me well, if I'm not loving on me, if I'm not pouring into me, how on earth can I do that to my wife, my kids, my community? It's not possible. You know what
Bro,
I'm saying? So
it's funny you say that, man. Not to cut you off, but it's I have to say this, man. And I heard this. I forgot where I heard it at, but man, it was a guy, and he was like, "Okay, so take an orange right now and grab it. Now you squeeze that orange as hard as you can. What's going to come out of that? Orange juice. No, no, no. What's going to come out of there? Orange juice. So you mean to tell me no apple juice is coming out of there? No. No plum juice is coming out of there? No. You sure ain't no grape juice coming out of there? No. Why is orange juice coming out of it then? And I was like, I'm wondering because the dude was just talking. I'm like, dang, why is it? Because you can only squeeze out what's in there. You can't squeeze out nothing that's not in there. So, bro,
profound,
you may like people need to rewind that and listen to what you said because that was really deep, bro.
man. Hey, again, going back, if anybody listening, if you ever played any organized sport, everything begins with tryouts. Tryouts is a form of practice. You probably was practicing all summer before tryouts. You know what I'm saying? Like if this is something you really want. But what is that? That's development. You know what I'm saying? You're developing your mind. You know what I'm saying? It's so much taking place in this phase of attaining what you said that you want, what you envision in your mind. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I try to help people with. That's why I call myself Coach Q, the financial mindset coach or consultant, because if we can't fix and reconstruct what's going on in your house, you know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, you over here stepping over clutter. You know, you just moving trash to the side, right? You got to clear that out. You got to clean that out. You know what I'm saying? You got to fix it, man. You know, and then you'll be able to receive, you know, what you actually have. It's already laid out. That's what I believe. I believe my life has already been designed. I'm just getting in tune with the designer. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Bars. No, what Coach say? You been sprinkled with that ubi dust.
That hoobie does. Yeah. Getting that hoobie does, man.
Bro, this has been like one of the, I always say it's always been the best, but brothers, it's just talking to you and listening to all the stuff that you have going on, listen to all where you came from, bro. I've always, like I said, you already know how we talk, bro. It's this was probably one of the best interviews I've had in a while, and it's all because of like what you went through. You know what I mean? Like you can't, I feel like people can't speak on anything that they haven't went through with passion or with pride of whatever it is, whether good, bad, it doesn't matter, bro. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. As far as me, that's how I feel about this whole situation.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to tell the whole story, man. It's like, I've always been attracted to gangster films and stuff like that, only for the life lessons that I find in them. And one of my favorite movies is Paid in Full because the beginning of the movie begins with Lucky taking accountability for everything that transpired in his life. And accountability is another part of that self-awareness. That's another part of the honesty of developing and improving. You know what I'm saying? But just to give you your flowers as well, bro. Like from day one of meeting you, you know, I chop it up with Irv a lot, and I'm like, bro, Shamarcus one of the ones, man. You know, and he said, I know. Like this is real talk. He like, I know. He gonna be on the team. This is well before um the cohort you attended and all of that. You know what I'm saying? It was just through your transparency of growth and resiliency and now all of these things, even when you sometimes don't give yourself the credit that you should, you know what I'm saying? Uh that's still a part of the process, you know what I'm saying? So I get it. You getting to a point where I've had people telling me for a long time, man, you should be doing this, but if I'm not ready,
It ain't gonna
you
work.
know, it ain't
It ain't
gonna
gonna
work.
work.
It's not gonna work until you get ready here. But once you ready here, it's nothing that's gonna stop
Bro, it's like you say that, bro, but it's and that's like real, bro. Cause like where I was then and where I am now is totally different, bro. And then Irv said the same thing. He was like, bro. And the funny thing about it, everybody that we know that's mutual all said the same thing. Like, hey, bro, you got it. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then I'll go do some other stuff. Oh no, no, bro. Like, and I've heard this over and over and over again. It was like, bro, you got it, bro. And I'll be like, well, what do I got, bro? I don't know. I don't see
Oh,
it.
you're not afraid to fail, bro. Like once again, we talked about the adversary. We talked about resistance. We talked about all failing is a part of the lesson.
They don't
It's a
say that
part
again.
of
Say
it.
that again, bro. You got to say that again.
Failing is a part of the lesson. It's that's also in the ingredients to success. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, you over here trying to avoid failure for something you never done before. How is that going to work? We can go through the history from the Thomas Edisons to the George Washington Carvers. I'm quite sure that whatever goal they set in their mind that they were trying to achieve in the beginning, when you wasn't getting the results you was looking for, that was a form of failure. But this failure, as long as you stay consistent with trying, trying again, that's the failing forward part. You know what I'm saying? And so hey, look, man, life don't allow you to avoid nothing.
He said life
Nothing.
don't allow you to avoid that.
It
But
don't allow it.
I had a partner. I'm sorry, I have to speak better. I have a friend
No, you're
that
doing great, man. Listen, be yourself, fam. This is what's going to attract the people to your podcast.
I be trying to be better with my wife. Like you gotta stop. I'm like, I'm sorry, babe. It's just it come out from time to time. You know what I mean? But I have a
That's what we
friend,
like. We like that raw realness. You know what I'm
bro.
saying?
I
Keep
bro,
coming with it, bro. Keep
my
coming with it, man. That's the human side of us. You know, we not robot. We ain't AI. We
we are
use
not. We are not.
AI.
I I got a friend, man, that told me something, bro, and like when I say this hit way different than anything in almost anybody else has told me. So me and him was on the phone, and he know who he is. He gonna probably watch the video, and I'm gonna bring him on too.
Okay.
But he told me something. This happened like a week ago. I said about a week or two ago. He said, "How you doing?" Because I had called him up because I hadn't talked to him in a while. I was telling him I wanted to be on my podcast because all the stuff that he got going on. He was like, "Oh yeah, man, what's absolutely, bro? Like yeah." And then he was like, "Well, how are you doing?" I'm like, "Man, you know me, I'm doing great, blah blah blah. You know, I'm working at a couple things, and a couple things didn't work out, and this and that and this and that." This man told me, "Well, you taking a couple L's, huh?" I'm like, "Well, yeah, yeah." He said, "You can't spell million without a couple L's, so you on the right track to get a million." I was, bruh, that was one of those like, what did you say? He
Yeah.
said you can't spell millions without a couple L's. You can't.
Couple. Couple.
And he said a couple L's. I'm like, bruh. Ever since then, bruh, like 2 weeks ago, I was like, you know what? Let me go find some more stuff that I can get some L's because it's just like anything else, man. You lose enough, you're gonna win. Period. I don't care what you're doing. And
It's either gonna bring out the dog in you or it's gonna make you tuck your tail. You know
that part,
what I'm saying?
that part.
And that's just what it is. So, you know, what we bring into the game right now is just transparency, bro. That's why I commend you. I appreciate you for bringing me on. Right before you even started, I'm like, man, you're pulling the best out of people, whether you know it or not. Because this is something that I've been meaning to do for some time now. You know what I mean? Uh, but sometimes because you're in the process, you'll figure out a whole lot of different things to do versus just, man, just start doing the videos, just start, you know what I'm saying? So you doing this, man, it's helping us both. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Again, give yourself a pat on the back, brother. Like, you know, you got it, man. You definitely got it. I just what I'll always push to anybody that's attempting to do something great, just be fair to the process, be patient with yourself, but just do something every day. And even here's a funny part about getting somewhere is that I think a lot of people exempt the thinking process. That part of putting intentional thought towards what you do is so vital. You know, this is gonna take out the winging it effect. You know what I'm saying? Because you actually sit with your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Which some people are afraid to do. That's why I say they gotta fix this. They're afraid to sit with themselves and be honest with themselves without beating themselves down to say, you know what, bro, I can get better at this. Or man, I ain't ready for that, but I'm gonna get ready. Everything is about what follows after you make the acknowledgement. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, I don't like running. Well, are you gonna run? Or are you never gonna run? Or I don't like walking. Whatever it is gonna follow up. Like you can say this just like in the scripture, it talks about uh the two sons that the father asked them to do something or whatever. I'm just kind of summarizing it. And the one said, yeah, real quick, I'll do it. You know, and the other like, you know, kind of begrudgingly. But the one that was quick to say I'll do it didn't do it, and the one that was kind of like did do it and he did it well. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that's something we deal with on a daily basis. Is like you don't always feel like doing stuff, but the difference is you did it. You actually made a decision to do it where you got a lot of talkers out here, but they're not doing it. You know what I'm saying? And so that's another I would share with the audience is that when you're doing something, sometimes you got to learn how to be silent when you're doing what you're doing and just do it. You know what I mean? Another favorite quote of mine, I have it written, I hang it up, is by Napoleon Hill, and it says, "Tell the world what you intend to do, but first show them."
Say that one. Say that one again, because that one went over somebody's head.
By Napoleon Hill, it says, "Tell the world what you intend to do, but first show them. Let your proof speak for itself." You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people out here gassing. They gassing, boy. You know what I mean? But unfortunately, the only person that you really affect is yourself. You know, and you might hurt some other people along the way because they may have trusted you. You know what I'm saying? So, I would say you don't have to move faster than what you're ready for, but be honest with yourself. You know what I'm saying? And keep doing the work to get yourself ready if that's something that you see that's a part of your journey.
That's what's up, bro. Like you spit a whole bunch, bro. You've dropped gems, you've dropped knowledge, bro. You've said a whole bunch, man. So where can the people find you if they wanna get this good A++ coaching, business coaching? Where can they find you at, man?
Hey, my company name is Essential Talent Association. You can follow us on social media. I'm on LinkedIn uh, and Instagram as Kwame Bingham, Coach Q. You can also follow our Essential Talent Association page on LinkedIn. And then you can go to our official website is etaresources.com. And from there, we have all our contact information and how to follow up with us and request a meetup. And we can go from there and see what it is we can assist you with.
Bro, again, y'all. I'm gonna add all the links in the bio. So don't worry about it. It's gonna be in the bio. All y'all gotta do is click, man. It's gonna go straight there. Man, Kwame, I want to thank you so much, bro. Like this was really, really good. Like earlier I said it, but bro, like you dropped some more gems. Like the Napoleon Hill thing, and I've read a couple of Napoleon Hill books too, bro. I've never heard that specific quote. And the thing is, I'm going to look that up because like that's different, bro. That is
Mhm.
so different.
Man, my pleasure, fam. Thank you, man. Anytime you want to do it again, because we definitely can dive deeper
Yes.
into that whole idea of challenges and stuff like that. Because hey y'all, the challenge is waiting for you. So you
That,
got to put your armor on and be ready to go to war with it. But and you can do this with a smile on your face.
man, thank you, thank you, thank you, man. It was great talking to you. Man,
Already.
thank y'all for joining. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.
Peace.